Have you ever pondered why we fail and lose hope? What are the reasons behind our defeats? As we navigate through life's unpredictable currents, it's essential to comprehend why we sometimes stumble and falter. It's not just about the fall, but understanding why it happened. This understanding is the key to rising again, stronger and wiser. It's the first step in transforming failure into a stepping stone towards success. So, without further ado, let's delve into the least common reason, starting at number 10. At number 10, we have the fear of taking risks. Now, it's natural to feel a twinge of fear when it comes to stepping out of your comfort zone. It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, not knowing what lies beneath the surface. But here's the thing. That unknown? That's where the magic happens. It's where opportunities lie, waiting to be seized. When you let fear dictate your decisions, you miss out on these chances. You may think you're keeping yourself safe, but in reality, you're stunting your own growth. It's like keeping a bird caged when it's meant to soar the skies. The fear of risk-taking can be paralyzing, and often leads to a life of what-ifs. But remember, every successful person you admire today has taken risks. They've jumped into the unknown and discovered their own potential. So, don't let fear hold you back. Remember, no risk, no reward. Coming in at number 9, we find a lack of self-belief. Now, this is a big one. It's not uncommon to doubt ourselves from time to time, but when that doubt turns into a chronic lack of self-belief, it can be paralyzing. And when we're paralyzed, we can't move, we can't act, and we certainly can't excel. Think about it. Every time we second-guess ourselves, we waste precious energy that could be used to make progress. We start to question our abilities, our worth, and before we know it, we've talked ourselves out of even trying. That's where inaction steps in, and that's where failure finds its breeding ground. But remember this. Each of us is full of potential. We all have within us the capability to achieve great things. It's just a matter of trusting in our abilities, in our strengths, and in our resilience. So, believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Number 8 on our list is having unrealistic expectations. Picture this. You've set a goal so high that it's nearly impossible to reach. You've aimed for the stars without building your spaceship first. It's like expecting to run a marathon without any training. When we set such lofty goals without considering the steps to get there, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment and loss of hope. Every great achievement starts with a small, manageable step. By setting realistic, achievable goals, we build a ladder to our ultimate aim. Each rung represents a milestone, a victory that fuels our motivation and keeps us going. Let's not forget it's okay to dream big, but it's equally important to stay grounded in reality. Success is not a giant leap but a series of small steps. So, set achievable goals. Take one step at a time. Celebrate each victory, no matter how small, and watch yourself grow. Set achievable goals and watch yourself grow. At number 7, we discover the lack of planning. You've probably heard the saying, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Without a solid plan, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the vast ocean. But how does lack of planning lead to failure? Well, think of it this way. When you're planning, you're essentially creating a roadmap for success. You're setting objectives, establishing timelines, and identifying potential roadblocks. It gives you a clear vision of where you want to go and how to get there. Without a plan, you're essentially walking blind. You're making decisions on the fly, reacting to situations instead of proactively addressing them. This can lead to missed opportunities, wasted resources, and in the worst-case scenario, complete failure. So whether you're launching a new business, starting a personal project, or setting life goals, always remember to plan, because as the old saying goes, remember failing to plan is planning to fail. Number 6 on our list is the lack of perseverance. This is a big one, folks. Picture your journey to success as a mountain climb. Perseverance is the gear that you need to keep moving upward, even when the climb gets tough. It's the quality that keeps you going when you feel like giving up. You see, every challenge, every failure is a stepping stone to success, but without perseverance, we stop at these stones instead of stepping on them. There's a saying that goes, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. And that little extra is perseverance. It's the grit, the determination to keep going no matter what. It's what separates people who achieve their dreams from those who don't. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Every great achievement takes time and continuous effort, so don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done, because in the end, perseverance is key to success. Scene script. Coming in at number 5, we find the fear of failure. Now let's take a moment to understand what this fear truly is. It's that chilling whisper in the back of your mind, telling you that you're not good enough, that you're bound to mess up, that it's safer to stay in the comfort zone. It's this fear that can paralyze you, stunting your growth and keeping you from chasing your dreams. But here's the thing. Failure is not the enemy. It's a teacher, a guide, a stepping stone to success. It's through failure that we learn, grow, and become stronger. When you let fear of failure rule, you're not just avoiding potential pitfalls. You're also missing out on potential victories. So, how do you conquer this fear? By changing your mindset. Stop viewing failure as a terrifying monster. Instead, see it as an opportunity for growth. Don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. Number 4 on our list is lack of discipline. Discipline is that invisible force that guides us towards our goals, keeps us on track, and helps us make the right decisions. But when discipline is missing, our efforts can easily be undermined. We might find ourselves deviating from our plans, giving in to distractions, or even abandoning our goals altogether. Think about it. You want to run a marathon, but you lack the discipline to train regularly. Or perhaps you're aiming to save money, but you can't resist those impulse buys. In both situations, it's the lack of discipline that leads to failure. Discipline is not about punishment or restriction. It's about setting boundaries for yourself and sticking to them. It's about making a commitment and staying true to it, not because you have to, but because you choose to. Remember, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without it, even the most ambitious dreams can fall flat. Coming in at number 3, we find the lack of patience. Patience, that elusive virtue. It's often said that patience is a virtue, but it's also a key component to success. In our fast-paced, instant gratification society, we tend to want things here and now. But success isn't a microwave meal ready in 5 minutes, it's more like a slow-cooked stew, simmering over time. Impatience can lead us to make hasty decisions, to choose quick fixes over lasting solutions. It can cause us to give up too soon, to throw in the towel before the game is over. We may miss out on opportunities because we're too focused on the finish line, not the journey. We might abandon a path that's difficult or slow, only to find that the quick route leads to a dead end. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Number 2 on our list is lack of focus. Just as a ship without a compass might drift aimlessly in the vast ocean, our minds, without focus, can wander into the wilderness of distractions. This lack of focus can derail our efforts, leading to failure. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water, but there are holes all over. Consider this. While working on a project, if you're constantly checking social media or worrying about other tasks, your attention is divided. This division of attention dilutes your efforts and the quality of your work suffers. It's like spreading butter too thin on a slice of bread. So, how do we overcome this? The answer is simple. Prioritize. Dedicate a specific time for each task and stick to it. Avoid multitasking as it can lead to half-baked results. Remember, it's not about doing a lot of things at once, but about doing one thing at a time, and doing it well. Stay focused and stay determined. And finally, at number 1, we find the fear of success. It's a strange paradox, isn't it? We're conditioned to strive for success, yet the closer we get, the more anxiety we feel, sometimes even leading us to sabotage our own efforts. But why does this happen? Well, success often comes with change, and change can be intimidating. It can mean a shift in our identity, the need to navigate unfamiliar territory, or even the pressure of maintaining the newfound status. And let's not forget the fear of the unknown. As we ascend to new heights, we may start worrying about the potential fall. What if we can't handle the success? What if it's not as fulfilling as we imagined? However, it's crucial to understand that these fears are often just illusions created by our own minds. So instead of running away from success, embrace it. Learn from it. Grow with it. Don't be afraid to succeed. So, we've covered the top 10 reasons why people fail and lose hope. From the struggle with failure, fear of taking risks, lack of self-belief, to unrealistic expectations. We discussed the importance of planning, perseverance, and overcoming the fear of failure. We also touched on discipline, patience, focus, and the often overlooked fear of success. Each of these obstacles has solutions we've explored. It's all about perspective, resilience, and determination. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success.